Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. I'm Nancy Yawner coming to you live on another Postscript Saturday, APS to our real estate week. And it is the first weekend of September in 2024. And I'm so excited to be with you here today to share something that I am really passionate about, and that is how we bring a home to market. And I always say, in order to have the most successful and positive real estate experience, we need to have the 3 Ps. So I am going to go over with you the 3 Ps. And so this particular episode is really going to be for somebody who is thinking about selling now or in the near future, and how finding the right agent who has a really solid process of how we bring a house to market is really important to you. And so anyways, before I get into that, it's such an exciting week. We have brought to market this cute little townhouse in Reston, Virginia. Reston is known for one of the best places for working from home. And so Reston is full of amenities. It is a really expansive planned community. And one of the things I love about Reston is there's so many tuck away little clusters within the whole Reston postal address. So this particular townhouse that we were bringing to market is called the Walnut Ridge Cluster, and it is close to Reston Town Center, Dulles Toll Road, the airport, the metro, lots of shopping, recreational, walking paths, tot lots, pools, all the amenities within the community, and it is just a little gem of a property. The owner has lived there for 36 years, and pride of home ownership like I've never seen before. So really excited to bring that place to market. Multiple showings this weekend, and I fully expect us to have multiple offers on Monday that we get to review. So that's very exciting. And we just settled on this really fantastic new construction, what we call in the industry 2/2 condo. And you know, my business name is Love to List. And the reason why it's Love to List is because, you know, I've had a couple different names over the last 35 years, but kind of like the winding down of my business in terms of downsizing, I decided the last several years that this is listing a home for sale is something that is really where my skill set is best. I have a lot of buyers, actually. I have more buyers right now than I do listings. But listing a home for sale is just something that I do best in my team. And we know how to bring a house to the market the right way. So anyways, I wanted to go over with you, like I said, in order to have a most positive real estate experience, you have to have the 3 Ps. And, you know, I love teaching. When I had a big team, and I'd say for 10 to 12 years, I had a fairly decent sized team. And one of the things that I loved about working with a team is the daily training and educating of the agents. So actually, agents might really like this episode if you tune in. And a lot of people were like, Nancy, you know, maybe you shouldn't share as much, you know. A lot of agents like to keep things close to the vest, and I've always had a different philosophy. I really enjoy sharing everything that I know, my knowledge, my experience, and different tips and tricks of the trade, because if I can help my fellow colleagues, I'm happy to do so. And we all do things differently, so there's nothing to be afraid of. And if I can help especially younger agents in any sort of way, I really am passionate about that. So anyways, I always say you need the 3 Ps. So what are the 3 Ps? It's price, presentation, and promotion. So that's the 3 P's, and that will give you a very positive real estate experience. Now, I'm not going to go over all the 3 P's today. What I am going to go over, though, is our pricing formula, which I do this for pretty much every home, unless you're a repeat client. I don't necessarily, well, I still do it for a repeat client. I should take that back. I am what we call in the business a 2-step lister. A 2-step lister means that when I list a home for sale, I come and preview your home first, if you're a new client of ours, before I do my homework of looking at pricing and analyzing and assessing and coming up with a strategy, a plan of action for my clients. If I've been to your home, I don't necessarily do the 2-step listing appointment, but I always do this formula. So this is our pricing formula. And so this is what it looks like. And there's 4 quadrants of pieces of information that we are trying to ascertain. Excuse me. It is Saturday after all. I love these mugs. They look like the Blue Ridge, which is, I live close to the Blue Ridge Mountains here in Northern Virginia. So, I hope you all are doing well. Hey, Dad. So this is our pricing formula. I hope you can hear me okay. So these 2 portions of the quadrant, this little section of the quadrant, help set expectations. Which is really important. And then this bottom 2 help to determine a price range, okay? Because I don't necessarily say, hey, it's got to go on the market for this price. It is an opportunity for collaboration, conversation, a lot of discussion goes into this, a lot of different strategy, because every seller's situation is different. So it depends on what the seller's goals are as to how we actually price the home for sale. But these 4 quadrants, I'm always interested in having a conversation with our sellers about. So this part is like where we start the pricing conversation. Okay? So what we're plugging in here is, this is absorption rate, and I'm going to explain that to you. And then this is this is days on market. So average days on market is obvious, right? And but absorption rate, and intuitively we know this as sellers. Can I turn the phone around? Are you not seeing this, Deborah? Sorry. Oh, maybe because I see you can't. Oh, you can't read. Okay. So, here you go. There you go. Here you go. Sorry about that, everybody. There. Is that better? Oh, good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? So there you go. So right now we're talking about expectations here, and we're talking about the absorption rate. And the absorption rate really has to do with if nothing came to market and you have today's current inventory, how long would it take to go through the current inventory? And the reason why this is important is because in a buyer's market, it is going to be over 6 months. In a seller's market, it's going to be under 6 months, 5 to 6 month range. So, and so a 5 to 6 month is a balanced market, okay? So it's important to know if we're in a seller's market or a buyer's market. Now, intuitively, we know right now with the low inventory, we are in a seller's market. But actually, what does that look like? So is it, 1 month of inventory, or is it 3 months of inventory? Or is it 4 months of inventory? So it's good to know where you are, because this is how we start to see shifts. Okay, we start to see shifts. For a long time it was less than 30 days. So, now it might be closer to a month and a half, 2 months, depending on where the property is. And so that's also how we start to see shifts. Okay, so I just want to make sure you're seeing everything okay. Okay, good. So when I'm standing here, you can see me. Okay, so obviously, average days on the market, the less, the better, right? So these two help set expectations with sellers. These two help talk about, have a pricing conversation, and this is price per square foot. And this is percentage of how homes are selling compared to tax value. So this is really important. And every community, every area of Northern Virginia is different. So, if homes, some places homes are selling 40% above tax value. Some are selling 20% above tax value. Some are selling 10% above tax value. And why this is important is because if we find out that there's 10% above tax value and the square foot is 205, then we take the subject property's square footage and we take the subject property's tax value and we plug in these numbers, and that kind of gives us a price range. So this gives us a range to be able to then have a discussion with the seller, and then what happens is once we have our range, what happens is, depending on the property, we talk to the seller about all the pluses and minuses of the home. Okay, so if you have a home that backs to a big power plant, that's going to be a different price range. So, we have your low to your high. So we may end up going more towards the low side of that range if there's a power plant behind the house, or if there is, you back to a fishbowl of houses. Those houses are going to sell in the lower part of the range versus the homes that, back to a lake or back to trees or back to conservation easement property or a golf course. Or so you have to take, and then you have to take in consideration the condition. So let me turn you back around so I can get back in here and talk with you about that. And so there's a lot that goes into the pricing. Oh, hey, Jackie, how you doing? Hi, Roma, how are you? So there's a lot that goes into pricing a home, and it is one of the most important pieces of the 3 Ps, right? But you need all 3 Ps, as I mentioned in the beginning. You need price, you need presentation, and you need promotion. So next week, I will be talking all about presentation. And many of you know that I am a big believer of staging homes, and how we present our homes really make a difference for our sellers. And we don't like to cut any corners. We have very high standards when we list a home. And so again, talking to you about Love to List is all about, obviously taking care of clients. We do a lot of complex sales. And I do love to list homes because I'm so passionate about how we bring a home to market. It's about our clients. It's not about, look at me, I love to list. It's about doing things the right way for our clients. And that is something that I've always been extremely passionate about, and I love to teach on as well. So as I said, other agents certainly can use this information. Hopefully it's helpful to them. If you're just starting out, it's a great way to really understand how to price a home for sale. But this is a formula that I use with all of our listings, and we have great results with our homes. So anyway, so I hope you found this helpful. Next week, I will be talking again about the presentation and review why the 3 Ps are so important for a very positive real estate experience. So that's it. Today we are going to be running a few real estate errands and looking forward to the day. I hope you are doing well. September is here. The weather's starting to shift here in Northern Virginia. And in the meantime, I say thumbs up and lots of love, and keep smiling, okay? We'll see you next week.